Much love. Beautiful day. Beautiful day, everyone. I'm going to give it a second. Just give me a second. I'm just going to doing something really fast. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, let me know. If not, I'm just going to assume that I'm being heard and go. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to assume I'm being heard and I'm going to go. This is something else. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mark. Beautiful day. I'm just going to go ahead and go and start. Oh my goodness. So I had a little bit of time this evening. I'm so excited because, like I said last week, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do a live again. And so to be able to have this allotted time and come live with some of the things that I've been reflecting on and thinking and sharing with you guys is amazing to me. And it always adds such positivity and strengthens me in such a way. So I appreciate everybody who joins me, who joins us, even if it's for 5 seconds. Your energy, your time is precious. So here we go. Before anything happens, let me welcome everybody. I'm Sunkiss, and I'm going to go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. I am not a medical professional. If you have any questions about some of the natural remedies I may or may not talk about during this live, because I deal with like herbs, essential oils, sound bowl healings, water healings, things like that. If you have any questions, you need to talk to your primary care provider and pediatrician for your little ones. I'm not a licensed doctor, counselor, nurse. It's just me coming on here sharing information with beautiful souls as we grow and learn together. Please remember, you're not going to agree with me on everything, but please take what resonates with you. Take your roses and leave the thorns at the door. Drop the things that don't apply or you don't agree with, and take something of value for your own personal growth. Not for myself, but for your own personal growth as we learn and grow together, okay? And I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to pull a positive affirmation card before we start. Oh my goodness, this is so perfect. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely so perfect. The positive affirmation card says, I'm able to create positive changes in my life. And that goes along with the topic of resilience. That goes on the topic that we're talking about tonight. I'm going to say some things about resilience. We're going to talk about it. Then I'm going to throw some quotes at y'all to inspire, because these quotes inspire me. And it would be very selfish of me to hold on to things that inspire me, that has helped me and continues to help me grow and be resilient and learn from my mistakes or learn from my failures. So with that being said, let me go to the chat. I honestly don't like how this is. Okay. Beautiful day, knife maker. So great for you to be here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Discog, beautiful day. Much love to you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank everybody else who may be here and may be watching in the shadows. I totally understand that. I just ask that your intentions for being here is good. I'm gonna put that out there as well, because if you're watching with an intention of hate, with an the intention of being ugly, disrespectful, or rude, for myself or anybody in the chat, I throw that energy back at you. Don't come in here with that. If I'm not your cup of tea, go grab you something else to drink. It would behoove you not to sit back and watch these videos with ill intent for myself or anyone in here with that low vibration, because I throw it back at you, your life, your situations, and anything that you're involved in, because I don't accept it, and that energy got to go somewhere. So be careful, like I always say. people who are aware of the power within themselves, and taking your power back and pushing the things that you don't want from other people in your life. I've seen it firsthand. Do be careful. Okay, so everybody, we're going to be talking about, sorry, take a drink, resilience. And the reason why I'm talking about this was because earlier I was outside in one of my fields, and I was thinking back and reflecting on some of the things that I have been through, some of the things that the lessons I've learned, the lessons that took me several times to learn, how many times I fell on my butt. I was thinking about all the people. There were so many people in my life that I thought had my back that did not have my back, that had ill wishes, ill intentions, just a hatred and a dislike and a jealousy that I didn't see until things began to happen as I called out into the universe that I only wanted authentic, true love in my life. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how long I stayed down. I was thinking about some of the discussions we talked about as far as like staying in different energies. And I was thinking about resilience. And so here is an AI overview of what resilience is before we start getting into hold on, there we go. Before we start getting into the quotes. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity with positivity, hopeful, and an optimistic mindset that helps foster this ability. Some people may not want to hear that. Some people just absolutely do not like anything positive. Some people do not like people talking about positivity. And once again, I'm going to say, when I talk about positivity, I'm not talking about the fake, kind of toxic, kind of gross, toxic, fake positivity where everything is like, oh my gosh, everything is so happy. Even when it's raining outside, everything is right and rain and nothing seems to bother people who put on a facade. I think it's a facade. I wore that mask. I say that because I wore that mask in a marriage, and positive. It was taught, I understand, but it's not true. So it means having a positive mindset that helps foster the ability of resilience. Okay. A positive outlook provides the mental strength to overcome challenges, find opportunities for growth and development, and develop your resilience. But true resilience goes beyond just staying positive. This is what we talk about. It goes beyond just staying positive or just shoving positive quotes down your throat and ignoring the pain, ignoring the challenges. It requires developing coping skills like self-compassion, self-love, self-forgiveness, and resourcefulness to seek support when needed. Okay. How positivity supports resilience. I think positivity and resilience go hand in hand. A positive mindset allows you to believe in positive outcomes and focus on solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. And this is what it goes back to what I talk about and what we talk about here a lot when we talk about not ignoring our situation. I never advocate for anybody to paint over, throw your negative emotions or things that you're going through under the rug and pretend that it's not happening, or pretend that it didn't happen, pretend that your heart is not breaking. I don't want anybody to pretend that you have not been hurt, pretend that you're not angry, pretend that that you have not felt guilt, fear, or shame. That is a disservice to yourself. I always tell you, and I'm reminding y'all again while we're talking about resilience, is to acknowledge your emotions, whether positive or negative. And if it's on the lower end of the frequency scale, acknowledge those emotions, see that they're there and part of your journey, and then don't dwell on it, let it go, because dwelling on those emotions will cause stagnation in you. That will add on to depressive thoughts, add on to that, and that's where resilience comes in. Positivity helps you view challenges as opportunities for learning and personal growth, and a key component to resilience. Some people may not want to hear that. Some people don't want to hear about growing. And there are points in our time where we're on a journey. If I'm going through something and I'm experiencing something not so pleasant in my life, I'm not fixing to say, don't come at me the first day too, or when it's just happening, telling me I need to get over this, I need to be resilient. No, I need to sit in those emotions. I need to see where they're coming from. I need to sit in those energies. Okay. And then let it go. When you're not overwhelmed by negativity, you are better able to think clearly. I absolutely agree with that. Solve problems and build and maintain supportive relationships. If you are constantly negative, and this is from my own life experience, me dealing, y'all know that I always say I function more on the positive frequency vibration scale. I cannot function. Some people can. That's fine. That's your journey, and that's how you are. Me, myself, I cannot function being too long on the negative side of the frequency scale, okay? And when we let that negativity take over us, when we not only acknowledge those negative emotions, but we absorb them into ourselves, and then we begin to label ourselves as these emotions we are experiencing, you can't see clearly. I'm speaking from experience. I'm no better than anybody else. I'm speaking from experiences, and then you no longer try to solve or see a way out of your situation. You become your situation. You let your situation overpower you. And when I say you, I'm including myself too. We let our situations overpower us. We let our situations keep us stagnant when we do that. And then we begin to identify with these low vibrational energies when in turn that's not really you. So even if your support system is one or two people, it's okay. And like I was just saying, I don't want to be around, and I can't handle being around the negative people and the negative things. I can't function. It weakens me, it drains me, and it really takes my true power away. It really takes my true power away. So resilience is more than just positivity. Resilience doesn't require ignoring negative feelings. Now I'm going through the AI overview of resilience still. So just like what we were talking about, it doesn't require you to ignore your feelings. It involves acknowledging pain while still moving forward. Acknowledging your pain, acknowledging your failures, acknowledging your hurt, acknowledging that you didn't listen to your intuition, acknowledging that maybe you were too nice to this person, acknowledge that maybe I should have left this situation sooner, acknowledging the things that your shortcomings in a certain situation, but still moving forward. We say this all the time. Again, acknowledge your emotions. Resilience is built through developing concrete skills like emotional regulation. And in my opinion, if you're emotionally immature or you struggle emotionally with your emotions, I think that this might be a challenge for you, but it's not something that you can't overcome. And anyway, build you a support system. It's about resourcefulness, not always being cheerful. Okay, this is the last bit for the overview, and this one I had to learn the hard way. Resilient individuals know how to seek help and lean on their support systems, no matter how small, and themselves. Lean on themselves. It's not about enduring hardships alone, but about being resourceful enough to get support when needed. Sometimes still, even to this day, I'm too independent for my own good. That comes from seeing things growing up, and that comes from my own past experiences with showing a little bit of dependency on people or asking people to do something for me, and I was met with a negative response or made to feel like people would bring it up. I did this for you. I did that for you. I'm like, you're supposed to do that because, you're a fellow human being. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to be like, I can do it myself. I don't like asking people for help. And it doesn't always have to be, whether the help is financial, emotional, spiritual, or mental help, mental support. You got to be in a position where you can have discernment and say, hey, I can't carry this battle alone. And sometimes you don't have the people in your life. I bear witness to that. Sometimes you do not have the people in your life to have a healthy support system because you live you have toxic relatives, you have toxic family, you have toxic friends, or you're in a toxic work environment, or you just haven't connected with people that understand you. And I understand that. And that's probably one reason, and the biggest reason, maybe not just the only reason. I think that's probably the reason why I came back to YouTube, and why I want to keep posting, even if it's like here and there, because I know that sharing our experiences, I know for me, like I say all the time, listening to other people, other moms, other women, other people who have gone through what I've gone through, and seeing them come out on the other side, it inspires me. It has uplifted me, and it has added to my own inner strength and my own personal self-love growth. And like I said, I think it would be very selfish of me to not share. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm here on this plane of existence. Although I only may reach 10 people, but that's 10 people I'm reaching with my experience, and then having people go back and forth. And I think that that's how we grow, by sharing, by encouraging, by uplifting. I got to get a drink, guys. By uplifting on our journey here, and that's why we have this platform here, because we leave space for compassion, empathy, growth, accountability. Now, we also have to take accountability for what we've done, or for our actions or our inactions for ourselves, so that we can grow, for our positive expansion and growth. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so now we're going to get to the quote. I have some really, really beautiful quotes. Oh, I forgot to say this one. I have this card from this other deck with beautiful affirmations and sayings. And I was, man, when was I supposed to say that? I have notes, guys, but sometimes I don't be going with my notes. Oh, dwelling on our problems and a positive mindset. And this is something that I do when I'm in a situation and it's overwhelming. And I repeat this to myself when I'm ready, when I've acknowledged my issues, when I've acknowledged my negative emotions, and I'm ready to move forward, even though I'm still in the situation. I say this all the time. It helps me. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. And that's a quote from Louise Hay. I say this all the time, and then I repeat this, and then I throw in my gratitude, and it really changes my mood. It really changes my outlook, and I'm so grateful. I'll say it one more time. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Okay? Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. And I like that, because I know no matter what situation I'm in, whether positive or negative, I know it's going to work out for me. And I know that I'm going to get a life lesson, and I know I'm going to grow from it. That's what I want. It's impossible for us to live on this plane of existence, in this system that we live in, and not go through things. Not go through things. Some people, it may be emotional things. Some people, it may be mental things. Some people, it may be physical things. Some people, it may be financial things. Some people, it may be all of the above, or more than one. It is impossible to say that I never go through anything. If you say that, you lying. And I will tell you to your face that you are a liar. If you say you have never gone through any of those things. It don't always have to be in the physical. There are so many times people look like they have everything on the outside, and they're battling so many things within themselves. I know. Some of these people come on here and say that they have it going on and their life is like this, or other social media platforms, and they are a mess inside. It may look like they have it going on. It may look, because they're living a certain way. They're presenting themselves a certain way. They're spitting this truth. They're spitting that truth. And all looks well. But internally, there's a battle within themselves. We're always Anyway, so here are the quotes. I got quite a few. I love quotes. Y'all know I love quotes. Much love, and thank you for everybody that has tuned in and everybody that is here. When we learn how to become resilient, we learn how to embrace the beautifully broad spectrum of the human experience. That's by Jada DeWalt. And I'm gonna say this. I'm not talking to right now. I'm talking to people who have gone through things, who are going through things, who it might have seemed like you overcame things, but there are times that always brings us back because we're on a healing journey where we have not completed this journey. We are on a journey on our path. And so I'm talking to people like that and who want to move forward, who want to grow, who don't want to remain stagnant. Sometimes we don't know where to begin. Sometimes we don't know what to say. We don't know the questions. We don't know how to ask. We don't know how to tap into ourselves. And that's why we have communities like this, or we have people in our lives and we learn from their experiences. So I'm not talking to the Eeyores of the world, okay? So please dismiss me with that. Well, this has happened to me, that happened to me. Okay, I understand that. I'm talking to the people who we have faced things. We may be facing things and we will continue to face things, but we want to grow. We don't want to remain stagnant and let our situation define us, no matter what it is, you know? So if y'all don't know who Eeyore is, he's that little donkey from Winnie the Pooh, and Eeyore couldn't see the sunshine with the sunshine shining in his face. Everything, he was so humdrum and he was like, everything. There was no helping him. So I say, if that is you, more power to you. But I can't, and my advice to anybody who has maybe somebody who may be battling with that, or who has somebody in their life, you might want to check that, because that drains your energy and that stunts your growth. That pulls you back into stagnation. You may have come so far on a journey, and then you may let an Eeyore in your life and they pull you back and delay you. So be mindful. Okay. So, oh, that's just something else I said. I'm no longer allowing energies, people, situations to keep me stuck, sad, stagnant, no matter what I face in this matrix. So some people may have an Eeyore soul, but my soul is a fighter. I'm a fighter. I like to build myself up. I want to build others up. I want to be around other people who build me up in a positive way, you know? So I hate stagnation, and I really can't thrive in it, and I won't entertain it for so long, you know? And this brought me to a Wonder Woman quote. I really like Wonder Woman. And I like this quote because it says, Wonder Woman is a state of mind. And it reminds me that I am her and she is me. And there were some quotes by Wonder Woman, or some quotes within some of the Wonder Woman things about resilience. And I want to share those before I get back on the other quotes. No one escapes pain, fear, and suffering. Yet from pain can come wisdom. From fear can come courage. From suffering can come strength. If we have the virtue of resilience, and we talked about that just a minute ago, nobody can escape pain, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or all of the financial. Maybe only one, maybe only two you've experienced, or maybe all of them. Nobody on this plane of existence escapes that. Okay? Resilience is an energy virtue. And that energy virtue aligns with truth and positivity, compassion, strength. It's a very high vibration energy. It's an energy that's on the upper frequency vibration scale. Okay. So if your energy and your frequency and vibrations are constantly low, not me saying this, but if it's constantly low, no, there is no alignment with resilience. It just can't happen. It just cannot happen. And then you won't even understand what I'm saying anyway. You won't like what I'm saying anyway, and you tap out because it's like me speaking a different language. We're speaking a different language. And if you don't understand that, then it's like me speaking Chinese to you, you know, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But you cannot be both resilient and hold on to or dwell in negativity. It just can't be. It just can't be. She stood in the storm, and the wind did not blow her. Sorry. She stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her, she adjusted her sails. I love this quote because me and my little 5-year-old the other morning, no joke, we were sitting down. He was sitting in my lap, and I was drinking coffee, and we were talking. My 5-year-old is something else. All my children, all 4 of them, are so amazing in their own unique way, and I learn from them. I have learned so much and grown from being their mom in so many different situations. But my little 5-year-old, we were having this conversation, and I was trying to explain to him this very same thing. Trying to explain resilience to him, trying to explain about not staying angry, staying sad, but instead of saying the wind, I was like, you know what, baby? You know what, baby boy? Sometimes the waves get so out of control in the ocean, because he loves oceans. He loves the ocean. He loves ocean animals. And so I was like, sometimes the waves get all crazy and you can't really do anything about the waves being crazy. But I told him, but you know what? You can learn how to surf. I can learn how to surf. And he sat in my lap. He looked at me. His eyes seemed to me like he was like thinking about what I was saying. And then he looked at me and he said, you know what, mommy? We'll just learn how to surf the wave. We can be surfers. And I knew he understood what I was saying in that moment. And that made me feel so good. And it reminded me in situations that I have gone through and I'm still going through, that I've got to learn to surf the waves. Anyway, your resilience is your humanity, to yield and not break, even when others, especially when others try to break you, especially when others try their best to break you or they want you to be broken. Your resilience is amazing. And that, if you can harness that, that is an incredible strength. Okay. Here's another quote. Resilience is a choice. People may not want to hear that. People may not want to hear that at all, but it's the truth. Like with so many things, people may not want to hear that, but being resilient is a choice. Trying to get out of your situation is a choice. Inaction is a choice, and action is a choice. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to think, oh, I'm passing judgment. You don't know what choices I had. I'm just saying we all have choices. Sometimes they're not the best choices. And I'm not going to judge anybody because I don't know the choices that were presented to you for your situation. But being resilient is a choice. Greatness is a choice. Getting up and starting your healing journey when others around you tell you it's stupid or it's selfish is a choice. Ignoring your intuition, ignoring that you need to not remain stagnant is a choice. Resilience is a choice. It's choosing to rise above your circumstances, no matter how difficult, and become the person you're meant to be. That's a quote by David Goggins. I love this quote too. I love them all. The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must, and it survived. Robert Jordan. And I have to admit that, like, I have so many oak trees around here. They're so beautiful. They provide so much shade for me, for my family, everything beautiful. But you have to trim those trees because when the wind gets to blowing, the oak trees don't move. They'll break. And if you have them over your house, you got to make sure you keep them cut, keep them trimmed. But the willow moves with the wind. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. That's from Maya Angelou. That is one of my favorite writers, one of my favorite speakers. I have so many quotes of hers. I think I might do a live or a video where I'm just spitting out quotes from her, because quotes from her have really changed my life, have really challenged me to look at myself when I wanted to remain in a blemish-free light, and I didn't want to look at my own reflection. I was too busy looking at other people's reflection. Her quotes really helped me get through. Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. I love that. We just talked about that too. There is no way that you're not going to be challenged in this life, but being beaten and broken, if you go, you have the choice to get up after you acknowledge these things, or you can stay down. You could go down swinging, or you could just lay there and get beat up. Okay. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to go down swinging. Okay. I'm going to give this system, I'm going to give this matrix, I'm going to give anybody that comes at me and tries to break me down. I may, even whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's whatever, you go, if you are going to defeat me, I'm going to give you hell while you are trying. I'm not going to go down without a fight. That's, to me, that's one of the worst things you can do, is just go. Oh my goodness, there's some other comments. Hey, Dave Walker. Beautiful day or good evening, wherever you are. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, beautiful day, Luge. Oh, Luge Factory, so good to see you. Oh, my sweet brother, it's so good to see you guys. Okay, much love. Oh, all right. All right. Enjoy that break. Anyway, so, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in, even if it's just for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, or those that will watch later. Y'all don't understand. I give y'all so much appreciation, so much respect for allowing me to talk, allowing me to express myself, and y'all leave space for me to do that with no judgment. And you guys are very compassionate and understanding. I appreciate it so much. Anyway, like I was saying, I am going to fight. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to look at other people, pass judgment on other people, look at people and say, how did they get there? What are they doing? What's going on with them? Or are you going to look in your situation and say, oh my gosh, I give up. And there comes a point in time, some people just give up and they can't fight no more. But there might be a point in time where I'm just like, I can't fight no more. But you know what? Damn it, I'm going to fight. I'm going to give you, you're going to wish you never mess with me because I'm going to wear you out. If I'm going to get wore out, you go get wore out too. And that could even just be spiritually. That could be emotionally, mentally. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Resilience is the unwavering belief, I say knowing, that even in the face of failure, we possess the strength to rise, learn, and triumph. Resilience is not, I didn't write who that was from. Resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being able to put the pieces back together and continue on with a renewed knowing and courage. I love that. Some people have a false idea that when you're resilient or you're positive or you have this mindset that you're automatically being fake. That doesn't mean some people get defensive at your resilience. Some people will get and continue to criticize your resilience and think that, well, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything to me because I'm broken. Things have happened. It doesn't mean that you're unbreakable. Being positive, being resilient doesn't mean life, things in this system, in this matrix system is not going to touch you. We live in a system where it's designed in so many angles. We have the matrix system, and then we have systems within the system, subsystems, a sub of a sub of a subsystems that target us in different ways every single day of our life. Every single day. But your resistance is power. Your resistance is a shield. Sometimes the things that people or situations in this system try to throw at us, we don't even feel because we have built up so much resistance. We are maintaining your home-based frequency are these higher vibrational frequencies. Not that you're not going through things, but you don't stay. You don't build your home on the frequency foundation of guilt, shame, pain, and fear. You know, you acknowledge those things when they come up in your life, but you don't stay there. And so when you build and have these foundations and these protective shields of peace, of love, and compassion and self-love, self-compassion, things like that, having empathy for your fellow human being, regardless of how they look, that is how we build up those shields. And the things that are thrown at us every single day, some people be like, is this getting you? Is that getting you? No, it really isn't. And that also affects our mindful manifestations. Is this getting you? Actually, no, you know, and you don't have to feel bad by certain things not affecting you. You don't have to feel bad because your light is shining. You don't have to feel bad that you are manifesting positive things in your life. You don't have to feel bad that you are healing. You don't have to feel bad that you're going and growing within yourself. You don't have to feel bad that you have set and continue to set and maintain healthy boundaries. You don't have to feel bad that you are progressing on your path, on your journey, while others are making the choice to stay back, making the choice, whether consciously or subconsciously, making the choice to remain stagnant and hating on you. Okay? Fall 7 times, stand up 8. That is a Japanese proverb. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Okay? Resilient. Sometimes we go through certain things and think, why me? Why me? Like if you keep that up. And this is from life experience. I'm not telling you anything that I don't get on here and waste my time. I don't have that many pockets of free time. I'm not going to get on here on this platform and waste your time and waste my time by speaking things I don't know about. Okay. And like I say, these are either from my experiences that I've had personally or I've witnessed and watched in other people. And I've learned lessons from watching them. I'm 41 years old. I do not have time for that. Okay. But I'm telling you, if you keep going, oh, why is this happening to me? It's going to keep you stagnant. And life is going to keep slapping you in the face time and time and time and time and time and time again. Until you get slapped enough where you get sick and tired of being slapped and you're like, okay, I got to make that change. I got to build my own resilient bank. Okay. You have to make a promise to yourself that whatever happens, nothing will stop you from finding your joy. That's from Ash Owls. We're almost finished, guys. I'm going to take one more drink. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you, Dave Walker, for the thumbs up. Resilience is a precious skill. People who have it have 3 advantages: a belief or a knowing they can influence their life events, a tendency to find meaning and purpose in life's turmoil, and a conviction they can learn from both positive and negative experiences. I love that. I think that is the quote for this evening, for this live, is that we can learn from both positive and negative experiences. That's from Amanda Ripley. Whatever is in me is stronger than what is out there to try and defeat me. Caroline Miss. I'm going to say that again because I tell this to myself so much. The power within me, not whatever, the power within me, the soul that I am, who I am, who I am inside is greater and stronger than that of the person or energies or things that are in this system that try to defeat me. We don't even know, that's from Caroline Miss. We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring that hidden strength forward. And that's so very true. That's a quote from Isabel Aladine. We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring that hidden strength forward. And I'm gonna say this with my own situations. I wouldn't have moved unless I was forced in the way that I was forced, unless I got the reality check that I got because I was too loyal, too faithful. I wouldn't move. I'm giving this person or these people chance after chance after chance, and then something had to happen, slapped me, and threw me into the middle of the ocean, and I didn't have no choice but to learn how to swim that day. Okay, I learned how to swim that day, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Not because I wanted to, because I had to for myself and for my little ones. Some situations will throw that you keep living, that you keep cycling back to these cycles. There comes a point in time in a lot of people's lives, either you're going to keep going on this wheel while people are pointing, the exit is this way, and you see the exit sign, but we keep going on the wheel, or something. When you call out, like for me, I called out, I wanted truth, I wanted this, I wanted that, and the universe was like, okay, I got you, boo boo, snatched me up and threw me right in the middle of the ocean. And I learned how to swim that day. I learned how to fight that day, a fight that I had never fought before. And now I know how to fight that fight. I'm going to keep training, keep maintaining, and I'm going to teach, and I'm teaching my children, and I'm going to share my experiences so we all know how to fight. So we all know how to build resilience, okay? This system, this matrix does not want us to be resilient. Why? Because they keep throwing poop at us. They keep knocking us back down, and they expect us to fall. They expect us to buckle. They expect us to not have a fight left in us. People get scared. Let me tell you something. People get scared after when somebody is whooping your tail and they think they have given you the beat down of the century. And they think that this is their final blow because you look like you are not going to make it. I'm going to hit this person. I'm going to get this person one more good time. And then you stand up and you don't cry, you don't beg, you don't plead. You say, we'll bring it. That's resilient. Okay. Do not, I love this quote. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. I love that quote. People like to look. It makes me think about when people look and they see where you're at instead of where they see if you're successful, or they see if you have a good relationship, or if you're financially set right there. They just see the success of you. And sometimes people hate on the success of you because that's all they see. They didn't see the tears you cried at night. They didn't see the loneliness and the strength it took for you to cut people off, or for you to set healthy boundaries. They didn't see the struggle within yourself to build resistance. They weren't there when you had to talk to yourself in a positive way and tell yourself, don't give up. They didn't see your struggle. They didn't see your pain. They didn't see your heartaches. They didn't see your mistakes. They didn't see the failures. They didn't see what it took for you to be that resilient. You know what I'm saying? They just see the ending. So that's why I love that quote. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Nelson Mandela. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 more quotes and we are done. Okay, good. We've been here under an hour. Okay. A good half of the art of living is resilience. Alan de Botton. Resilience is not what happens to you. It's how you react to, respond to, and recover from what happens to you. How are you going to act in your situation? Are you going to be defeated in whatever situation it is? Resilience, I'm going to also say this, resilience is also about your inner power as well, your inner strength, and when we develop and maintain and build our resilience, we take our power back. We take our power back from people, from situations. We take our power back from the system. My opinion, and my opinion only. A sun-kissed opinion. Resilience is very different from being numb. Resilience means you experience, you feel, you fail, you hurt, you fall, but you keep going. That's from Yasmin Moghid. I'm going to say that one more time. Resilience is very different from being numb. Resilience means you experience, you feel, you fail, you hurt, you fall, but you keep going. It doesn't mean that you brush these emotions under the rug. It doesn't mean I'm about to get emotional. It doesn't mean that you won't cry. It doesn't mean that there won't be sleepless nights. It doesn't mean you won't feel alone. It doesn't mean you won't have moments of fear or uncertainty or doubt. But you have those things that may be weighing you down in the moment, but you keep going. Okay? You keep going. I'm tired of the system. I'm tired of the system, and I'm tired of people who try to keep people down and try to break them down and try to break their resilience, try to break their fight, try to break them. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people feeling so less than. I'm sick of other people taking advantage of people. I'm sick of it. I want us all to be resilient. I want us all to look our enemies or the struggles or the failures in the face and say, you did not beat me and you're not going to beat me. The best views, I love this quote. This is my next to the last one. The best views come after the hardest climb. Keep climbing. And I have this little sign in my room. It's 3 suns and it says, grow through what you go through. So while you're going through something, make sure you're growing. Don't remain stagnant, and don't tolerate or put up with people who keep you stagnant. This goes back to healthy boundaries. Okay? This is about your growth and your journey. Nobody is going to walk your journey but you. You may have people who may distract you, who may look down on you, who may try to yank you off your journey or give you misdirections purposefully because they don't want to see you succeed in anything. And their whole purpose is just to be a distraction and to keep you down and to delay you and to bring you false hope, false truth, false love. Okay? Anyway, so those are all the quotes. I just want everybody to stay positive. I know there are a lot of things going on for many different people across this plane of existence in many different ways. Okay? I'm not oblivious to that. I'm not oblivious to the hurt, the pain, the confusion, the separations of the divisions that are put into place for everyone. I'm not oblivious to that. This goes back to being in the eye of the storm. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, or if you think I'm crazy, then I'm not for you. Being in the eye of the storm is acknowledging that you can't help but acknowledge that you are in a storm. Okay? Look, you can't help but see the craziness of this system. You can't help but see the craziness and the dysfunction and the sadness and the pain and the hurt that is happening to fellow human beings across this plane of existence. At least I know I can't. But what I cannot do, I can't hold this system up. I can't break this system myself. And I think the system puts that into our mind. If we got to change the system. We got to change the system. The system is built this way. We get so caught up in saying we got to change the system. And we are so focused on that we forget to change ourselves. We forget to arm ourselves. I say this all the time as somebody who was a soldier. You have so many people who want to go out and they want to fight. They want to fight battles against the system, or they want to fight battles with other people. They want to do so many different things, but most people don't want to fight the battle within themselves. Most people don't want to fight and face themselves. We have to do that. Going within will change your without. I'm not joking. Being in the eye of the storm does not mean you're not ignoring the storm. It's you're observing the storm, but you're in the safest space. And that safe eye of the storm is within yourself. Manifesting, growing, healing, and doing these things within self. This is a journey of rediscovering self. This is my own personal opinion. And for my own personal opinion, if I had continued to allow other people to distract me from myself and knowing myself and these things of division from this, you are so right. Oh, thank you, Dave Walker. Thank you so much. And I love this right here. This whole system is about division. So while we're being divided against one another, against other human beings, we're divided within ourselves, and we're not looking at who created the system, because they want us to be divided. That's how they win. I know this is kind of veering off, but I'm gonna veer off. That's how you have so very few people who are puppeteering and controlling billions, whether it's emotionally, spiritually through religions, financially through us all, slave systems. They don't want us to build our resilience. They do not want us to build our resilience. That's why the boot is always on the back of the neck. Okay? Keep them down. Make them feel that they are less than. Don't let them tap into the power that is them. Don't let them know that they are resilient and they are more powerful being resilient and healing themselves. It's an energy that flows out from you being healed. You pour that energy out on somebody else, and then other people start healing. Other people start recognizing, hey, I can get through this. Hey, I can do that. I have resistance here. They don't want that. And then you have within your life people who are like the system, who may have been brought into your life by the system to keep you down, so that you won't grow personally in your own world, that you won't be shielded and you won't manifest mindful manifestations for your own world, that you won't go within the peace within yourself, with it being in the eye of the storm. The eye is within yourself. Okay? Your eye. I'm not fixing to go stand in somebody else's eye and expect peace and expect me to manifest and create when they step into the eye and then they're being thrown around this way and that way. Your eye, your inner peace, be in the eye of the storm. That's what this whole stream is about. Resilience. Show these people, show these energies, show this system. I'm not going down easy. I'm not going down easy. Okay? I'm not going down easy. And I'd rather live a life standing in my resilience and fighting in whatever way that needs be for whatever challenges that come my way, than sit there and just say, oh well, that's what's going to happen. No, I'm going to fight. So I wish everybody well. I truly do. I hope and desire, my desire is that we're building self-love, and we continue on our self-love journey, because our self-love journey is a self-rediscovery, and it's healing, and it's painful, it's ugly, but it's beautiful. You know, it's ugly, but it's beautiful. I don't know if any of y'all have ever toiled or done a garden and tilling the ground and doing all that stuff and pulling weeds. It's so hard. It's hard work. Sometimes fertilizing, doing all this stuff is hard work. You getting dirty. But let me tell you, in the end, what you produce is food for the soul. It's food for you physically, but food for the soul. It's for your growth. So anyway, when you're at peace, everything changes. Exactly. How you respond to things change. How you respond to things change. When you're at peace, there's something about, even when it's chaotic, it's something about how you handle yourself even when it's chaotic. Speaking from experience, I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you, Luz. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Because your energy is your most powerful currency. I speak nothing but peace, enlightenment, joy, love, protection over those who accept it. If you don't, send it back so I can send it to other people that want it. Be well. I don't know when the next time I'll go live again. If I have a pocket of an hour or less, I would like to go live. But I had a little bit of time, and I wanted to share what I was thinking and what I was meditating on and looking back on. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody steal your resilience. Be resilient even when others can't or don't know how to be. Okay. Much love. Be well. Self-love is the best love, and please make sure you're overflowing in it. Until we meet again. Mwah. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.